Hey yo, what is poppin' with you? Kiro Studio back for our new Pokemon analysis. It's been months since we've done our Pokemon analysis on Milotic, and now we're going to be doing one for Machamp, who is so underrated. Now, today, people, the like goal is odd. If you want a new episode of anything tomorrow, which is probably going to be a new Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke, I'm going to ask for 10 likes, because the Pokemon analysis is like a Wi-Fi belt. It gets 10 likes per video. Now, if you want me to upload something different, something new that has never been put on the channel before, but I know you guys will like it because it's Pokemon related content that hasn't been on this channel before, you need to smash that like button and you need to hit 15 likes by tomorrow. If this video can hit 15 likes by tomorrow, we will have something extremely cool, something you guys will love, and it's just going to be amazing. And if we can hit 15 likes on this video, it will be up here tomorrow, and I'll continue that series. Now, either way, without any more advertising, I'll advertise again at the end of the video, so hit that like button, and now we're going to be looking at Machamp's name, abilities, and I think base stats, and then we'll get into the moveset of the Pokemon we're looking at. So let's go. Okay, as you can see here, obviously the Pokemon we're looking at is Machamp today, so the name's Machamp. We're not going to be looking at any of his old Japanese or French or any other names. His English name's Machamp, so Machamp. Abilities, his first ability is Guts, which is an extremely good ability, which means if he gets burned, toxic, paralyzed, any kind of status condition, his attack stat is doubled, which is a great ability in its own way, but it's not going to be the ability we're looking at Machamp today. The ability we're going to be actually looking at is a second ability, which is No Guard. No Guard is an amazing ability that very few Pokemon get. I'm pretty sure Machamp, Honedge, and Golurk are one of the only Pokemon that get it. When No Guard's on the field, or a Pokemon No Guard's on the field, no attack can miss. Both sides have 100% accuracy. For example, Machamp using Stone Edge. Stone Edge usually has 80% accuracy. When a Pokemon with No Guard is on the field, it has 100% accuracy, so you don't have to worry about that. That also makes sure that your opponents can hit no matter what too, but it's an extremely good ability from Machamp because a lot of his attacks have low accuracy. Machamp's Dream World ability is Steadfast, which is nothing compared to his other two abilities. His other two abilities are amazing. Steadfast means if he flinches, his speed goes up by one stage. Thing is, Machamp's already so slow that even with a speed boost, he's not outspeeding much. And it's a wasted ability when you have No Guard and Guts as your other two options. Machamp's Space Stat total is actually pretty high. It's very underrated Pokemon. His HP stat's a very good 90, which means he can definitely take a hit with a little bit of investment. A physical attack stat's a 130. That's on par with, I think, Garchomp, Mamoswine, Beasts. Machamp is horribly strong. Defense stats 80, which means he can also take a hit from the physical side. Special attack's only 65, which means you probably don't want to use a special attacking Machamp. I've seen people do it before back in 4th gen. I'm not sure if it works still in 6th gen. I wouldn't try it. Special defense is 85, which means he can definitely take a hit from the special side, too. And his speed's a very, very low 55. That's the exact reason why I'm saying not running Steadfast, because after one speed boost from today's 55, you're still being outsped by mostly anything in the current metagame, even in UU. And this, by the way, this is a UU Pokemon, so I'm not going to be looking at threats like Talonflame, Gyarados, Garchomp, or anything like that. I'm going to be looking at threats in the UU metagame to Machamp. Either way, that is everything about Machamp. Let's get into the actual moveset. Okay, so the moveset we're looking at today is the moveset I've been using for my personal Machamp lately. Ability is going to be No Guard because you can run Guts. I prefer No Guard because we are going to be using moves with low accuracy such as Dynamic Punch and Stone Edge. We don't want to be using Brick Break and Rock Slide. We want to use power. We want to use power. We want to abuse the ability No Guard as much as we can. The nature for my one is Adamant, but you can definitely run Careful with this ability, with this moveset. The only reason why I run Adamant is because I like the extra power, and I think Careful is overdoing it for the special defense. So there you go. The moveset is Dynamic Punch. Dynamic Punch is a very good move with No Guard because normally Dynamic Punch has 50% accuracy with 100 power, but if it hits, it always makes your opponent confused. With No Guard and Machamp, you get a Stab Dynamic Punch, which is 150 base power after Stab, and it always hits, always confuses your opponent. There's no downside to that. There is no downside to Dynamic Punch. The only reason why Dynamic Punch is bad is because it has very low PP with only 5 PP, and if you use PP max, then you only have 8. Stone Edge, for the exact same reason. It's a very strong move. Your ability, no guard, makes sure you're always hitting. You have low PP, but you know what? It's very good coverage. Fighting in rock coverage is great. The third move slot is completely up to you. I run Earthquake, but I can definitely see why some people would want to run Ice Punch or Knockoff. Knockoff is self-explanatory. Knockoff is amazing in this generation. Ice Punch is a very good move on Machamp. The only reason why it's only as a secondary move and not as a guaranteed move like Dynamic Punch or Stone Edge is because this is UU, and UU you don't see Garchomp, you don't see Dragonite, you don't see Salamence, you don't see any of these Pokemon. The only Pokemon that you would actually see in UU where Ice Punch would be in handy is Flygon. And honestly, I'd rather just Dynamic Punch the Flygon. I don't think I need to carry Ice Punch just for Flygons. Because you might see Hydreigons and Haxorus in UU, but Stab Dynamic Punch is stronger than Ice Punch, even on Haxorus. So, Ice Punch is not worth it in the end for our UU Machamp. Bullet Punch is your only form priority. It's Steel priority, which means it's actually super effective against Fairy-type Pokemon, which is very useful. So you can get a surprise kill on Florges, not Togekiss, because Togekiss is OU, but especially Florges. Get that surprise kill on Florges, it's so good. The EV spread is 252 HP. You want to max out your HP stat. You want to be as bulky as you can in the HP. You want to hit yourself up with 252 physical attack EVs. That way you're hitting, with your Adamant Nature, you're hitting the most physical attack your Machamp can possibly have. And you want to hit 4 special defense EVs just to patch up your special defense even a tiniest little bit. And the item is Assault Vest. Reason for Assault Vest is because you don't have any status moves on Machamp. And Assault Vest is just going to boost your special defense up to hilarious amounts. So you can actually switch in on a lot of special attacking moves in UU and just send your Machamp to do ridiculous amounts of damage. The best thing you can do in UU with Machamp is when your opponent's in Porygon 2. They're going to try to use Thunderbolt or Ice Beam or Tri-Attack or something like that. Switch your Machamp in, it will do nothing. And as long as you don't get status, you can hit your opponent out with a nice Dynamic Punch, even if they switch out, their opponent's taking damage and they're getting confused. Either way, now I'm going to show you actually some video clips of showing how Machamp works in the UU team tier. This battle that I'm showing you is going to be against PK Sparks. You've already seen this battle, but I'm just going to use the clips with Machamp in it. So I'll see you guys in a second. Jumping straight into this battle with PK Sparks, I'm in a point in this battle where my Clawitzer can't really handle a Porygon 2. So, seeing as Porygon 2 is out, I feel like the perfect place to switch in is my Machamp. Because, as you can see, with Assault Vest, my Machamp can take really any special attacking hit. He's with Discharge, it does like 30. In fact, I think it did like 28 damage. Like, Machamp can eat up special attacks. He says in his physical wall, which is being Hippowdon. Here's the main physical wall of PK Sparks' team right now. I'm going to hit him up with Dynamic Punches. Nothing on his team wants to take Dynamic Punches. His physical wall can only take 3 Dynamic Punches. And now he's also confused. So if he hits himself in confusion, then he's definitely not taking another 2 Dynamic Punches. Even with the Leftovers recovery, that's a Stab Dynamic Punch. Let me tell you right now, Stab Dynamic Punch from Machamp is as strong as a non-Stab Giga Impact. 150 base power, something to laugh at. He hits himself in confusion. That's going to seal the deal for his physical wall Machamp is after the Sandstorm and the Leftovers and all that other goody goo gaga jazz. Another Dynamic Punch is going to be able to easily take out Hippowdon. So easily, just like that, him sending in Porygon 2 is just not good because Machamp can come out on any Porygon 2. Either way, jumping into this part of the battle, again, the Porygon 2 is out. It can easily handle my Golbat, but Porygon 2 cannot handle Machamp. Seeing as Porygon 2s like to rather use special attacks or recover, Machamp's in a perfect position to just come out on the easily predicted recover. And now let me just tell you, Porygon 2 is one of the bulkiest Pokemon in the game. One Machamp Dynamic Punch is going to be able to take it down all the way to the red. There are very few Pokemon that can do that much damage to a Porygon 2. Also, this is perfect because he doesn't actually hit himself in confusion. He uses his strongest attack, being Tri-Attack. And with the Assault Vest, Machamp can eat that up. Remember, my Machamp has no special defense EVs except for the 4. He does not have 252 special defense EVs. My Machamp had 252 special defense EVs. Just imagine how well it would have been able to take on those special attacks. But it took those special attacks on just as well as it needed to, and with the 252 attack EVs it had, put a huge hole in this man's team. So either way, that is the Pokemon analysis on Machamp. I hope you saw this video and thought of it and thought, now that you see Machamp, you can use a new Pokemon. You don't have to use all these other Pokemon like Garchomp also. Why don't you try out a lower tier Pokemon like Machamp? Machamp's in the UU tier. I will admit it does not work as well as in OU, but it can definitely put in the same amount of work. So you know what? Why not? Machamp is a great Pokemon. I hope you guys give Machamp out a try. Kero Studio. Remember, 10 likes for a new episode tomorrow of the Ruby Nuzlocke, or maybe even a Wi-Fi battle. But if we hit 15 likes, we will have a new surprise thing coming to the channel tomorrow. So I want you guys to smash 15 likes. I know you guys can do it because you've done it before. So smash 15 likes on this video. If you have extra accounts, like it with all your accounts. Get your friends to like it because I know you guys want to see the surprise thing I'm planning for you. Either way, Kero Studio, I'm out.